William Shakespeare was born on April 23, 1564, in Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town in the heart of England. His father, John Shakespeare, was a successful glovemaker and a prominent figure in the local community, holding several civic positions, including that of an alderman. His mother, Mary Arden, came from a prosperous farming family, which helped to elevate the family's social standing. Despite the early success of his father's business, the Shakespeare family later faced financial difficulties. Shakespeare grew up in a household that was rich in contradictions. On one hand, they were connected to the local gentry and had access to educated circles. On the other, the family's financial situation became increasingly unstable over time. Shakespeare is believed to have attended the King Edward VI Grammar School in Stratford, where he would have studied Latin, classical literature, and some basic subjects like mathematics and history. There were no secondary schools in that period, so Shakespeare likely completed his formal education around the age of 15. What happened in the years following his schooling remains a mystery, as there are no records to indicate what Shakespeare did before his marriage. He might have worked with his father in the glove trade or gained skills in other areas like agriculture or law. In 1582, at the age of 18, Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway, who was 8 years his senior, and was from a rural family living near Stratford. Their marriage was hurried, likely due to Anne's pregnancy, and their first child, Susanna, was born 6 months after the wedding. The couple later had twins, Hamnet and Judith, born in 1585. Shakespeare is believed to have spent part of his early adult life in Stratford, helping to care for his family. However, by the late 1580s, he began traveling to London, where opportunities in the burgeoning theatre and cultural scene were abundant. There is little documentation about how Shakespeare transitioned to life in London, but by the late 1580s, he was likely working as an actor or an assistant in the theatre before gaining recognition as a playwright. During this period, London was a thriving cultural hub, with numerous theatres and acting companies. By 1592, Shakespeare had become a well-known figure in London's literary and theatrical circles. His plays were being performed at prominent theatres like the Globe and the Rose. In 1594, he joined the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a theatre company patronized by Queen Elizabeth I. This company later became known as the King's Men after James I ascended to the throne. Throughout his life, Shakespeare wrote around 39 plays, 154 sonnets, and several other poems. His works can be broadly categorized into 3 main types: tragedies including Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. These plays explore themes like power, revenge, betrayal, and fatal ambition. Comedies, such as A Midsummer Night's Dream, The Merchant of Venice, and Twelfth Night. These plays are characterized by their clever dialogue, complex relationships, and typically happy endings. Historical plays, like Richard III and Henry V. These plays are based on historical events from English history and focus on the rise and fall of rulers. In addition to his plays, Shakespeare also wrote numerous poems, most notably his sonnets.